Hey guys, I'm Beartrain. This is a video in a series that is pulled from my streaming sessions on Twitch, twitch.tv/beartrain5213. We're playing Minecraft, doing survival Minecraft in a world that I'm trying to build around my campaign setting. Here's the map. I made this setting for a Dungeons and Dragons campaign, and we have not I haven't been able to play in a few years because it's just scheduling and stuff like that. So the plan is to build this world, or at least the major locations in this world, in survival Minecraft. And I'll be recording the VODs here on YouTube, um, and hopefully we'll get to see you on the stream. Thanks a lot. Let's get into it. Nice. Yeah, so we figured out that, hey, um, there we go. Well, cool. So, done a little bit since last logged in, because since we last streamed, because some of this stuff is just not going to be terribly interesting to have recorded, and it's not going to be a good venue for me to capture my thoughts on my world setting. So that's why I'm, like streaming me, chopping trees and stuff like that. Probably not going to bother. So there's going to be little leaps in what's going on. So we have a little farm going on down here. Here's my 1 carrot. Added some chests. We're actually going to build a storage system later, but not quite right now. I'm going to show what we did upstairs. Wait. Eventually this will be a little bit more accessible. All building and stuff will be on stream. I took out some trees. When last you saw this was a birch forest. It's still a birch forest, just over there. So we've cleared out a lot of the real estate with some creeper assistance as well. Hello, friend. Hey, you have anything that I want? He has cactus. And he's got mangrove papagules. But he'll buy stuff that I don't have. Wait a minute. I've got some achacha. How much achacha? And then yee-ha. Little dab of water in the bottom there, Achacha. Oh, nope, I had achacha. I used it. So, nope, that guy, he has some trades that I want, but that's too bad because I don't have any emeralds, and I don't have anything that he will trade me emeralds for. I do like the changes to the traders. Where they now will actually buy stuff from you for emeralds, so they make them much more useful early game by giving you a way to get emeralds. And they'll usually be trading for stuff that it's relatively easy for a player to get, like you saw fermented spider eyes, that guy. They'll also buy things like buckets of milk, cooked food, stuff like that. And so that's a good change for the village, for the traders. All right, now we have a little bit of iron, so I think perhaps some reasonable precautions are in order. Little pair of iron booties. And maybe some trousies. I want to keep at least 3 iron for a new iron pick. I do have an iron pick, but you know. I can get a shirt or a hat. Let's do the shirt. And then we'll leave 6 iron, so that's enough for 2 additional picks. And we have a little bit of iron armor to keep our very delicate meats on the inside of our body. And I do have a couple of enchanting books, but I don't think there's any. There is Impaling, Aqua Affinity. Yeah, there's nothing there that I really want, and I don't have an anvil to use it anyway. Okay, so this is still our end portal. I put cobble underneath it to, reduce the likelihood of eating myself into lava. And this lava down here is still there. It's just underneath that cobble. So if I decide I want that lava for some reason, it's there. I can get it. I've got some crops growing down here, mostly because I want carrots for eventual villager breeding, and I don't want to put a farm up there that I'm eventually going to have to tear down. Up here, we found something interesting. Found an abandoned mine shaft. So, and I've been slowly, reclaiming all the wood out of here. Not least of which because it makes it easier for me to figure out where I've been. And I expect we'll do something with this little tunnel network once it's cleaned up. Because this is underneath what will be the administrator's palace, Trader's Gate, so this immediately underground area is going to be fairly prime real estate for sewer lines. Which are also going to be the way. Yeah, because the tunnel to the ruined freeholds underneath Trader's Gate, the way there was through what was the sewers underneath the city that led to a big underwater channel. That would do a big underwater channel. That was like a highway. And so we'll do something similar here. There is down there. We're going to look at that. But not quite yet. We're going to continue in here first. Oh good, more dripstone. You know what? No, we're going to put that back. Oh, actually, I don't know. Is there water? No, there's no water. If there was water there, I would put that dripstone back, and then it would be a little dripstone farm for me for now. At Tide Festival, Best Festival, correct. I don't know how we will create such a thing. I mean, although, silverfish. We could cause the Tide Festival here using silverfish, which would be funny. Could have a little silverfish farm powered by, with like a laze, like an XP farm. But instead of capturing them, it just releases them. And they just swarm up into the streets. That would be terrifying. Yeah, so the plan for today is to just explore down here this whole underground network. Probably dig out a lot of the ore, if not all the ore. Oh yeah, it'll be funny. It will be funny. I mean, it'll be especially great if I made this one in some indeterminate time in the future. If I built this up to the point where I was happy with it and done, and then put it on the marketplace or something, and then people could grab it off of the marketplace, and then they would then find it and just you'd have silverfish swarming out of the ground. Oh, hey. Hello, friend. Nope. No. It's an interesting little cave. A bit of water here. I wonder if there's a natural dripstone cave down below. A lush cave underneath this. Well, almost did something dumb there. 1 diamond. Are there corner diamonds? No. Alright. And then the mine shaft continues up here. Well, I couldn't have screwed that up worse. Alright, let's clean this inventory up a little bit here. Ooh. Put that little hat on my head. There we go. There is definitely more mineshaft over here. Alright. I made a bunch of axes to cut down all those trees and then didn't end up needing them all. So I now have axes for doing this stuff, which is part of the reason why I'm taking this lumber up. I can use the wood a little bit, and you know, it burns up these stone axes that I built. Take a look here. Alright, this is the way back. Another torch on the right over here just to... That is a lot of down. Yep, I have some good inspiration for the administrator's palace for the architecture style I think I want to use. Obviously, I'm going to need to collect a lot of materials still because I'm painfully early game right now. This redstone will be handy for getting that storage system started. I'm actually going to leave, I think I'll leave this deep slate copper. I like the look of deep slate copper ore. And it's relatively rare normally. It seems to be pretty common here, which is weird. So I'm just going to leave that there for now. And I'll come back for it when I have Silk Touch. Down a little block, get this iron. Oh, this is actually a decent little iron vein here. Alright. I was only mildly concerned that if I stood on that and chopped it, I would fall to my death. You get any more PT boat in, Spanner? Nope. Ah, okay. Fair enough. Is it just the one campaign? Or is there more to it? I'm assuming it's primarily a multiplayer thing, right? Like the later game, the more quote-unquote end-game material. Oh, that's a terrible idea. There we go. That's better. Solomon's Island, Start a victory point system. So you do like sub-objectives, and that improves your rate of success overall? Trying to make sure I understand what you're saying. You hit 100%, but you only conquered about a quarter of the islands? Oh, okay. Quitter. Not you, the game. Clearly it wasn't designed for you to actually be, thorough about it. How do you hit 100% without completing the campaign? Oh, there's a bunch of factors. So if you do a lot of the other stuff, then you have to do. Wait. So if you do a lot of the other stuff, then you don't have to play as much of the game. Bases to secure and allow them to decide to enforce them by intercepting Japanese patrols. Okay. Alright, this is a dead end. So by raiding Japanese bases and so by hitting targets of interest, you have to do less of the actual conquests, basically. And targets of interest would be like cargo ships and convoys and stuff like that, I presume. Cool. Okay. Yeah. All right. That sounds better than what it originally seemed like. I thought maybe I was misunderstanding it. I had to be. I was like, they're rewarding you for not playing the game. That sounds weird. So named ships. Going after carriers must be a little bit of a challenge. It's just you and your friendly PT boats. That's definitely punching up. See, this deep slate coal, I'm going to do the same thing with. I'm going to keep it because deep slate coal is actually a pretty rare block. So I'm going to leave these here in the hopes of getting some soak touch and then coming back for it. And I need a bunch of deep slate. I need a bunch of deep slate for the build plan that I'm planning. So 5 80-foot PT boats, a tender ship, and 2 Fletcher class. Oh, that's cool. I was definitely enjoying watching Tex play Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts for a long time. It's unfortunate that the developer stopped supporting it. Like one does. Alright. A little bit more iron here. Yeah, it seemed. I mean, obviously, somebody who's playing it and being a compelling, engaging companion while they're playing it, even if the game is, merely okay, that kind of makes up the difference, doesn't it? Alright, I'm going to drop this stuff off. Because that mine shaft goes along a long way. No, these aren't blocks. They don't go there. Dying of tuberculosis. Okay. Is that actually the name of the game? Because if so, that is hilarious. Red Dead. Ah, okay. Yeah, I thought maybe. But it's a good summary of the game, though. Or Texas Hold'em, simulator, apparently. Because, apparently there's a fairly big contingent of folks that are using that to play poker. Get dominoes to you. Alright. I have all these logs. Let's do something about this. I'm going to put this coal here. I'm going to put these logs here. We're going to try that again. There we go. Yeah, I've heard good things about it. I'm going to make a new sword before I go back in. This one is about on its last legs. Wait. I knew I had more stuff. I was like, wait a minute, I found another diamond. Yeah, Tron Catalyst is currently on my waiting to be played list. I did get it for the PS5. It's sitting, there, mocking me every time I go down and sit at the PlayStation. Have you guys seen the trailer for Tron Ares? That's looking really good. I mean, I'm a mark for Tron and stuff anyway, but I'm pretty hyped. It looks really good. Yeah. Yeah, all three were good. All three. Both of them were good. I'm prejudging the third one, right? Yeah, I think I'll want to see it in theater. Yeah, if they actually do a Tron thing at Disney World or Disneyland, I might be tempted to go. I have not been tempted to go back to try to go to their since I priced it and realized that for the cost of going to Disney, I could go to pick country overseas and have a. No, I have not heard about the ride. Tell me about the ride. Do tell. A light cycle ride. Interesting. Well, see that sword? A light cycle ride. Interesting. I mean, it makes sense. Naturally, it would be light cycles. What else would it be? Not going to do a recognizer ride, for sure. That is cool. Trains a pack of light cycles, and you're mounting them mounting the motorcycle style. The mount they use for the avatar flying. Yeah, I want them in the game until they die playing. I'm assuming that it's more, Tron Legacy and less original Tron in the ride. So, you're not going to have the Master Control program. Which was a great villain. Oh, yeah, I mean, I'm assuming. I'm assuming they're going to play it off of the more modern take and less on, what us old farts remember. I would like to see, like a television miniseries or something that actually does like the grid before. Um, oh, cool! Like before Tron happens, because the game grid got to that point. The Master Control program took over everything, but you don't ever get to see kind of how it happened. You get some implications. It would be neat to get that story, I think. Reboot. Is that another game? There were a couple of really, a couple of decent Tron games, and there was a couple of gnarly ones too, I think. Like, not so good. Are you talking about the old cartoon, the old CG cartoon reboot? Yeah, when the MCP went from being how did it bridge? Oh no, yeah, that's yeah. You meant the old reboot cartoon? Yeah, when it was an old chess program and slowly bridged to being what it became. And in the original movie, it was a great piece of character design when when they defeated the Master Control program, and then you saw it in that old like harness or whatever. And it was like just up his chest, and sitting in front of him was a chessboard. That is a shovel. That will never. It was a nice piece of subtle character design. They referenced the fact that he started as a chess program, and then you saw it. It was really neat. Alright, so this connects down over there. So that's handy. Oh, pretty soon I'm actually going to have to make another axe. So far I haven't found the spider spawner down here either. Not that I'm crying over much. I love cave spiders, so they are, as we all know, a joy and a delight. Ow. Hello, sir? Respectfully? Something bony this way, Clanks. Hello, friend. That was a prime opportunity to get shot off of that ledge, by the way. Why the numbness in my shanks? Something clicking this way. Clanks. There we go. Hey, buddy. And then, boop. There, and with this I won't have to make any fences to build my animal pens. I got some glowberries, that's kind of neat. Yeah, not too chatty today. Just doing stuff. Be more interesting once we actually get into the building part, you know. This is the vanilla Minecraft stuff. Trying to figure stuff out and render these tunnels moderately usable. There's a lot of deep slate copper down here, which is neat. I like the color mixture of it. I did move this world to the realm, by the way. So The other world is there. This one is just the one that you load into now. I wanted to have it so that, you know, when I'm doing stuff, when I'm not this where I'm streaming it, but I want to be able to do other stuff that isn't streaming, like cutting down trees and stuff like that, and be able to do it from the couch. So the kind of grinding, tedious stuff I want to be able to do, you know, from the comfort of my living room, as opposed to sitting at my desk. Because if I just do this streaming, I'm never going to get anything done. So I want to save the stuff that I do on stream and record for doing fun builds and stuff where, you know, I might get blown up like this. You know, this is potentially entertaining for somebody to watch me, you know, creeper sneak up behind me or whatever. Room full of cave spiders. I mean, this is the kind of stuff that I'll chill watch on a stream too. Just doing the thing. But, you know, it is going to be easier to do some stuff. Because there's a lot of days, like when I get home from work and I don't want to come and sit in a computer chair again for a while. But I want to play some Minecraft. Cool. Yeah, you'd be welcome. Yeah. And it's mostly because I don't want to put anybody in a position of, you know, having to deal with being streamed that they don't want to be, or, you know, it's just one more thing to worry about. Although, again, you know, I have no illusions. People that are in the stream right now, you guys are my audience. It's my intended audience, my target audience. So, if we get another audience at the same time, then bully. We have been going for 49 minutes and 0 drop frames. That's pretty good. So yeah, I think getting rid of the independent recording really made a difference. Which it would, but it's nice to have the independent validation. And I can download the stream off of Twitch, because it grabs the last one, leaves it up as a VOD for a week. I can pull that down and then cut it up and use it for YouTube. And that's in fact what I did last week. I didn't even use the recording that I took. I wanted to test to see how good the Twitch VOD was. So I just used the recording that I did as basically a backup. Hello, Bat. Oh, hello, Creeper. bat was a casualty. There. Well. Oh, I got pumpkin seeds. Awesome. I hadn't found any yet. Oh, no, wait, I do have one pumpkin. I don't have any melon seeds yet. No. Didn't remember whether lapis needed iron or not, so I thought I'd just go for it. Oh yeah, the food in general. I mean, the food system in Vintage Story is so good. Like, it is a great way to because the problem that you have with Minecraft, right, is that you basically pick one food, whatever one you like, and you can mass produce, and then that's what you eat for the rest of eternity. You know. And so, once you get a chicken roaster going, or, you start trading for golden carrots or whatever, that's pretty much it. I love how they incentivize you to eat a variety of food. It's a really good idea. Ow. And making it a buff is especially smart. So it means that you're not directly penalized. It's not like you starve to death or, waste away from vitamin deficiency or something. It's a very clever way to have a positive incentive to eating a variety of food. Yeah. That is a liar torch. That legit scared me. That was a straight up jump scare. You got me. Oy. Gold. What else will go in there? That coal, maybe? So once I finish exploring this, then the next thing is probably going to be getting a bunch of stone together to do smooth stone. Oh, bye. I see you down there, creeper. I'll cover that up for safety. Wow, there is so much deep slate copper here. I'm going the wrong way. I must have cut across here. Oh, there's a cave over there. That's a big cave, too. Okay, let's loose around. Yeah, this is the entrance. We're gonna mark this a little better. Alright, I think that's all of that mine shaft. Got a decent amount of iron out of that. Oh, the burden of sorting stuff is already beginning. Cool, I got a bunch of dripstone. That'll be good for setting up a little lava farm. Oh, there's copper right there. I'm going there. So I did all the blocks as the add-on, and look at all the stuff. And this isn't even all of it. Plenty of blocks. This is just what it's choosing to show me right now. Let me get the book out. There it is. Check this out. Oh. And let me get rid of my shield. So they originally said that new blocks could be done through the stone cutter and the crafting custom craft station. I think that's still true, but they took the recipes out of the recipe book for the stone cutter because people found it to be confusing. And so this is all the stuff you can make. I don't know how well you can see the patterns on all the materials, but look at all the different variations of wood, planks. You can make bookshelves out of the various woods in different colors. And you can make vertical slabs. You can do slabs of dirt and path blocks. There's all the stone variants. And you can see, if you can see the sandstone, there's sandstone that's got gold inlay and lapis inlay, both red and regular sandstone. And with the basalt and the nether bricks, you can see there's this like lava inlay that you can get on the on it as well. Magma blocks, you can carve magma blocks to have different patterns in them. This is going to be really cool for building. They don't seem to have been able to do anything with chisel bookshelves. Oh, that's the daylight. Vibrant visuals. glass pane, gold limbed glass panes, iron limbed glass panes. Variations on the wool blocks. They can do the timber frame, like what we were doing on Vintage Story, where you could build that like timber frame wattle, plaster and lath house. They made a special block for it. And then you can make moss covering for blocks, so you can turn moss blocks into like a mossy cap. Same thing with snowy cap. It's really neat. Colored stone bricks, so you can take stone bricks and put dye in the middle of them and get the colored stone of any dye. So if you want blue bricks or black bricks or red bricks or whatever, like that kind of red. And same thing with the woods. You can color all the different wood. Color oak, I think specifically, is the one that lets you color according to this. And you can make solid color glowing blocks called screen blocks, which are glowstone plus dye, and then you get a glowing block of that color. Shoji grid. Just a lot of cool stuff. So yeah, that was why I picked that add-on. I also put in custom vanilla lights, which is this one. CVL in the crafting search bar. Oh, nope. Come back here. This is all the stuff you can make with CVL, with the CVL add-on. Scarecrows, glowstone lamps, a scarecrow, hanging lantern off of a chain. Pile of treasure. Look at this. So this is all the cool stuff they added into this custom vanilla lights add-on. I think it was like $3. And then I put in waystones. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. I wanted the extra decor options without doing a texture pack, because there isn't a texture pack that I saw that really obviously does what I want to do, like aesthetic wise. Like in the fantasy, like the temptation was there to do like a fantasy add-on as a starting point, but the problem with that is that like the whole point of narratively of the story is that there aren't any dragons in my setting, right? They're all dead. And so like I have plans for the end dragon egg to put it into the world, but so I didn't want to use an add-on, a fantasy add-on that had, because they all have dragons, all the fantasy add-ons have dragons as mobs. You know, for obvious reasons. People like dragons; they're cool. But my specific thing, I don't want dragons. So we're gonna use vanilla textures. Oh, all right. Carrots are done. Time for more carrots. Because with these carrots, will my villager breeder happen? Anyways, I think that's where I want to wrap it up tonight. A little shorter stream tonight, a little bit more than an hour, but I think this is where I'm going to cut it off. Thanks for coming to hang out. It's been cool.